I think the right key to track these case competitions is to keep doing them over and over again, and then eventually you will break through. But even if you don't break through, you'll get so much learnings, so much insights accumulated that it will help you at some point of your MBA or some point outside of your MBA. So I believe in this mantra which says no effort is wasted.
Hello everyone. Welcome to the new episode of IIM Unplugged, brought to you by Student Alumni Committee of IIM Rohtak. We are delighted to have R. Harikrishnan, alumni of IIM Rohtak from PGP 13 as our speaker today. He is currently working in Reliance Retail as management trainee. We also have Parth Rastogi from PGP 13 who is currently working as project manager at QuickSell. Let's start our conversation today and learn from our alums what we have from them.
All right, so we'll begin with this session. So, my first question would be: how has your time at IIM shaped the way you have approached your professional challenges today? And what were any expectations which you had about the corporate life after IIM that didn't match in reality?
One thing is that IIM prepares you for corporate life in a good extent, I'd say, because you're exposed to a lot of work. You know how to handle pressure. You know how to handle a lot of assignments, work at a single time. So you are well at, I'd say, developed with handling multitasking. So that anyway comes into hand when you are stepping into corporate, where you will be put in situations where you'll have to prioritize your tasks. But I'd say the place where it differs is because in colleges, with most of the cases that we just propose any random solution that we get, be it big scale, large scale, in that order. But when it comes to actual corporate situations and corporate complications, it's not about giving the biggest solution or most out of the box solution. It is about giving practical solutions which can be applied in the real world. So that is a key learning that I've got during my working in corporate scenarios, because it's about understanding the market scenarios, getting to know what is the deep rooted problems, and then solving it at a very simple level. It's not that you'll have to use big jargons and propose out of the world solutions to handle every problem. At most of the scenarios, the solution is also right in front of you. It's just that you'll have to apply your uh, thinking in a way that it'll facilitate the organization. So that is one key learning that has been for me in actual corporate situations compared to what we do it for cases in colleges.
Yes, and just to like quickly add on to that, I'd like to give like a very small example. So when I was in the national finals for Xiaomi Mi Summit 5.0, one of the competitions where we were grateful to be the national runners up. So one of the teams now, our the problem statement that we were dealing with was to how do we get the market share of TWS segment of Xiaomi to 15%. So we were basically dealing with marketing and strategy component of the entire TWS Xiaomi space. Now, one of the teams there proposed a solution that since AR and VR are very much on the rise, so we can use AR VR marketing and then we can like catch a lot of eyeballs. But one of the national retail sales head of Xiaomi was there, and he immediately pointed out that see, we are looking at tier 2, tier 3 retail stores. Look at our target audience. Do you really think it makes sense to invest in the AR VR infrastructure? Do you think it will appeal to them? Do you think it will get the right ROI? And when you start looking at ROI, you're immediately looking at the problem from an implementation point of view. So my key learning from there was that you have to like imagine how do you do things on the ground, and that's where you like pick up real insights.
I was going through your LinkedIn, so I really found a catchy line from your LinkedIn, which is you mentioned to foster a culture of case competitions in IIM Rohtak. So I just want to ask, like, if you guys can share any defining moment from a case competition that stands out for you, or whether it was a win, or maybe a challenge, or maybe something which you have learned from that.
I have a good memory of a case competition that I did was for AB InBev. So, unluckily, none of our people from our batch got selected, but at least the work that we put in, I am really proud for the work that we put in for that. So that was about creating a new portfolio in their alcobev range that was focused on sustainability and indigenous Indian spirits. So me and my team, we were a team of three. So we had put in a lot of effort to it. We when as Parth said, uh, I'd say case comms are the closest things to actual business problems that you face in corporate also. So there also the factor that comes in is giving solutions that is applicable, that is implementable and that is relatable to the consumers. I'd say to all the future batch also that are interested in case comms, it is not always about giving uh, fancy jargons and solutions that they think could move the world, but it's about understanding the consumer first, keeping the consumer in mind. So as you mentioned about the TWS example, where tier 2 and tier 3 was the focus for Xiaomi, that sort of insight is what should drive your whole argument forward. So that sort of learning that always comes through case competitions. So I'd say case competitions is the way that people should approach MBA also, in a way to gain an understanding of how to take forward actual business problems.
I think the right key to track these case competitions is to keep doing them over and over again, and then eventually you will break through. But even if you don't break through, you'll get so much learnings, so much insights accumulated that it will help you at some point of your MBA or some point outside of your MBA. So I believe in this mantra which says no effort is wasted. So if you are like bought by that argument, any amount of effort that you put into these case competitions is automatically a victory, because at the end of the day you are going to get learning. And if you're able to crack through, that's of course hard work plus luck. But even if you are not cracking or being like a national winner, you're still getting great value from it.
Yeah. My next question is that how has the alumni network has influenced your professional growth or professional journey? Or you can also share some story which is rooted to this network.
So I think it has been like an integral part of what I've been able to do. So if I have to be like very frank, I wasn't the strongest communicator when I joined MBA. So I was a little shy about being open to people, being naturally, being having that natural instinct to just go out and talk to a lot of people. But I was fortunate to be part of the very committee that we are doing this podcast for. So I used to do a lot of calls to my alumni. I used to talk to them for like 40 minutes, 1 hour. So from there I build up that ability to have the conversational skills, plus also to build a certain level of rapport with an alumni. And this was an experience that helped me a lot. And a lot of those alumni are like today friends to me. Even if I am facing a corporate problem or a life problem, I go out to a lot of them, and they just simply tend to answer me. They simply just uh, tend to reply back to me, and these are the people I know I have developed a connection with. But there's also the other side of the story. Even if someone's an alumni of an institute, or forget IIM Rohtak, even if it's part of an IIM network, and you reach out to them LinkedIn and ask for a specific query or a help that's relevant to them, the chances of them replying to you are incredibly high, and a lot of people do not realize this. So just my advice would be, if you're looking for help, just ask for it, and you'll most likely get it.
So my next question is, it's the last question. So how did the intense environment at IIM contributed to your personal development?
My biggest takeaway from IIM Rohtak, or in general the IIM atmosphere, is the connections that I've built here. So when a lot of people are put in a situation where what to do, you start building bonds, and that bonds actually stick through after college also. And those connections have proved to be really helpful to me after college also. And as I said, once you've dealt with MBA, I'd say the initial 4 months of MBA is the toughest battle that anyone has put up in life. at least in terms of the workload that you face and the amount of pressure that you've been put through. So after that, I'd say corporate also the situations that you face is it is kind of cakewalk. So, uh, but I'd still say the biggest takeaway from the MBA pressure is the connections that you build here. So, be it my friends from the alumni committee or the other connections that I've developed here, uh, there comes a period in life you when you start your corporate journey, everyone is placed in different cities. You long for that backup, that the support that you've received in college, and it is the connections that you've made in college that keeps you going. When you reach out to friends, you get words of confirmation that everyone is going well, and they sort of build on you to keep trying. They put their confidence in you. So that sort of situation helps you to go on. So that is the key for me. That has been the key.
I hope this discussion was insightful for you all. We got to learn so much about the entire process of the case competitions, and it will be really helpful not only for us but also for everybody who is going to see this podcast after us, also all the people who are going to be part of IIM Rohtak as well, and the IIM culture in general. We hope you all enjoyed this episode of I Am Unplugged. Don't forget to subscribe, like this episode, and don't forget to tell us about the favorite part of the entire podcast. Thank you.